The world suddenly changed. In 1939, German fascist army declared war to many European countries. Being a close companion with European countries, then Canadian President Mackenzie King announced to be a part of the war after Britain declared war to Germany 7 days later. Canada entered its wartime. Conscription and war participation were the country's priority. Chinese community in Canada held different views on whether participating in war or not. Some people thought fighting for citizens' rights was more important than serving the country. But more people thought joining in wars would help Chinese communities get recognition from Canadian society.
当时的华人在这里的生活状况呢，其实是非常不理想，因为当任何一个种族没有人权、没有政治背景，那你可想象知道当时的生活，他们的生活是非常凄凉，非常的，包括就是他们的家属、他的妻子、儿女都不能到加拿大来团聚。到后来又成为这个人头税的问题，为了不让这些劳工的家属亲人来到加拿大团聚，那么他们其实就增加了一个人头税。那么这个人头税呢，主要的目的呢，在当时就是要阻止，因为当时的人头税的数目跟现在一比的话，是相当大的一个数目。
Some racist groups opposed Chinese people's involvement in wars because they were afraid that the Chinese would get more political rights after the war is over. One representative was British Columbia's governor, where most Chinese had been living at the time. He wrote a letter to federal government against the Chinese people joining the war.
Because I wanted to do my part to help Canada, but they didn't want us anyway.
When the war broke out in '39, they did not accept any Oriental, especially the Air Force. Air Force was very particular.
I tried to join the Canadian Army, but they didn't accept us. Me and my friend, Willie, they wouldn't accept us. He said, we're not accepting Chinese at this time.
When fighting for human rights and the country's dignity, Chinese Canadians accepted life challenges with their generous hearts and courageous spirits. They joined the Canadian Army as volunteer soldiers, and they initiated to fight battles overseas. But at the beginning, only Canadian Army acknowledged Chinese soldiers, but with limited amounts.
Now, I remember a lot of Chinese did join the Army as service people. They were cooks, drivers, gunners, and all that, but did not carry a rifle. For under the Commonwealth rules, that's what we were under. Immigrants are not allowed to carry arms.
But I didn't know about it till after the war that I found out that a lot of Chinese tried to enlist, but they refused them. But I joined up in August the 26th, 1940. Walked in there, and within a few hours, I had my uniform. My parents didn't know about it. I didn't go home until about 3 days later, and in my uniform. They were real surprised.
The war started. We had called up. I wanted to join the Navy, but no Chinese in the Navy, so had to get in the Army.
So most of us were volunteered into there. We all volunteered. The reason why we volunteered, we were born here, raised here, educated here. We work for our living in here. So figure that we're in this country, we just want to defend the country.